Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Sarah, and that's Ellis. We love to adventure in the great outdoors, and we have seen a lot of beautiful places over the last few years. We have hiked, camped, and splashed in some truly amazing places. We don't know where all we will get to visit in the future, but we want to continue adventuring, and we've decided to take you along with us. Our next adventure is the one I am most excited about yet. Meet our truck camper. We just bought this amazing 2002 Lance 815. It's in pretty good condition for its age, but it still needs some improvements and renovations here and there in order to become our perfect adventure rig. Follow along to see where our adventures take us next. Well, good morning everyone. Welcome to another weekend. I'm sure you can hear it. The birds are loving the spring weather that we have been having. And this weekend it's going to be yet another chance for us to work on the truck camper. We have a lot of things to get done over at the truck camper this weekend. A lot of smaller projects. Our main projects for this weekend are going to be removing the sink out of the kitchen so we can measure and see for potentially a new sink. We're also going to be prepping for paint because I do plan on painting the walls. But of course I can never stay on one task for too long, so who knows, we may end up finding a few other things to get done over at the camper while we're already there. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Dad's going to be over for a little bit to help me out, at least with removing the sink, but for the most part it's just going to be us. Ellis won't be able to tag along as much this week just because of the prepping for the paint. I'm hopeful that if the prep goes well this weekend, we'll be ready to start priming next weekend, but wait and see how it goes. So I'm going to finish this coffee and then we will head on over to the camper. Okay, hi. Since I apparently decided to explain 0% of what we were doing at the time, let me just explain it now. The old panel was glued in, and when we pulled it out, a lot of the glue was left behind. So we were scraping that out and then grinding out the last bits of the rivets so that the new panel would slide into the slots on the door. Then I realized that the center door panel section was actually narrower on one side than the other, so the panel was catching and it wouldn't slide across like it needed to. This is definitely part of what I'm learning. This is a big part of a remodel. See, when you build something new, you create it from scratch, and each piece is built to go together. But in a renovation, that's not the case. And you sometimes run into situations where you have to find a workaround for what is already there. In this situation, I ended up spending about 45 minutes sanding the panel down to make it a bit smaller, even though I had supposedly ordered the correct size. At the end of it though, I was rewarded with a panel exactly like I wanted, and it worked just fine.
What you're going to do is you're going to put all your weight holding this cabinet down so I don't tear the cabinet apart getting the sink out.
Ta-da! The sink!
How about that?
back over at the camper. Dad was here for a little bit. He is gone now, so now it's just us. I don't have Ellis with me right now because we're actually going to start work on cleaning the camper for paint. Okay, so first we're going to have to clean up the disaster zone that is the camper. We'll get all the cushions out and bagged up in the car, and then we'll start working on scrubbing the walls. Let's get to work. All right, complete disaster zone. Let's change that. Starting to look pretty bare in here, so that means it's time to mix up our cleaning solution and start scrubbing on the walls. So for cleaning the walls in order to prep for paint, everything I was reading on the internet was recommending this TSP. So let's see. I read some of the instructions before we came over to the camper and I saw that it was going to need warm water. Over here I don't have running water, hot or cold, so I have a few gallons of water in here, but I didn't have any warm water, so I boiled up some water, brought it over in a thermos so I can mix that in with the cold. Alright, dissolve 1/4 cup in 2 gallons of warm water. How am I going to stir this? Did not think that far through. Shim? I can stir with a shim, right? That seems plenty. Figure I'd start up here, the most fun of all the areas. You know, I'm thinking now I should fill in these holes first. Alright, so there are just a few holes around each of the windows when I took the curtains off. So I'm going to use, this is very official, I'm going to use the back of this screwdriver to kind of try and press on it and level it out. And then I'm going to fill whatever's left with just some lightweight spackle. So now that I've got the the walls all cleaned up here in the bed area. I'm gonna take out a lot of the screws for the window. I'm not gonna take them all out. I'm gonna leave a few in. And then when we come in here to paint, I will take out the last few. We'll just make quick work of it when we come over here to paint. It's been a good day over here at the truck camper working on the remodel. I've made some progress. This week it really feels like bits and pieces of progress. There's not like one solid project that I've gotten done, but I've gotten a lot of progress made on a lot of different projects. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to like, leave a comment, subscribe so you keep up with our next adventures. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll catch you next weekend. Bye for now. Mosquito. Go away, mosquito. Or gnat. You're a tiniest mosquito or you're a giant gnat. Oh no! Oopsie. Y'all, I'm not good with friendly caterpillars versus dangerous caterpillars. And I respect him too much to touch him anyway, but also, look how fuzzy. I won't touch, but I wanna. Might hurt.